Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Finding Ophelia. And this is from writer-director Stephen Rutherford, and is starring Jimmy LeVar as William Edgar, as a man who's wandering through a dreamlike reality of the city that he lives in, trying to find the woman of his dreams, who keeps popping up through all of these different visions. Ophelia, played by Christina Chu-Ryan. And this film starts off from the very start with this very spherical kind of Rorschach tests emotion. And Rutherford, the writer-director, also is a cinematographer here, and really captures this striking black and white and gray, just fluidly moving visual scape for multiple times throughout this film. And it's very striking. This is a visual experience in many ways. And it's engrossing. And as somebody who really appreciates those kinds of things in film, I was really drawn in to this visual feast. And I appreciated it very much from Rutherford. And then we get into this story starring LeVar, who does a lot of just reaction and experiential acting of just being in the moment and living in this dreamlike sequence. There's moments where he's a million miles away at dinner with his significant other as he's just thinking about Ophelia, this woman who keeps popping up into his visions and his ideas and his dreams. And you have this struggle and this exaggerated lens where they're pretty close to together at this table, but they feel worlds apart. And that's so important in terms of really capturing this. And there's a lot of that. There's a lot of this is very visual, very experiential, and when it really comes down to it, there's not a whole lot of plot going on here. There's not a whole lot of much of narrative substance over the course of this hour and 13-minute film, including credits. But what we experience is this dreamlike scape that we're drawn into and have to walk through and live in over the course of this film. And it begs a lot of questions. It makes you think, this person so driven, so obsessed, what will he stop at to find this woman? And you're just along for the ride in this visually arresting, maybe narrative lacking kind of fantasy, mystery, horror. But what I have to say is every shot is breathtaking. Every shot is beautiful. It is so well done and visually has so much to say and interpret. And I can see this film being something that's people spend hours and hours and hours sitting there trying to interpret every frame of what's going on in this film. And it lends itself to that because it's very surreal and experiential. I keep saying that word. I hope I know what it means, what I think it means. But you go through all of this, and by the end, Finding Ophelia, you're either what the hell did I just watch? Or you're that was an experience. Hopefully you're the latter, and you appreciate the experience. Otherwise, I think this is a really hard film to access. And for many people, I think it will be. And I saw the one review on Rotten Tomatoes being this is the kind of movie that people turn off after the first 10 minutes. I could definitely see that. Cinephiles out there, go check out Finding Ophelia. Those who want some just more run-of-the-mill, mainstream, accessible cinema, not this. This might be a little too much for you. But those are my thoughts on Finding Ophelia. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.